Hi everyone, Jared Lovelace here. This segment is about why the silent majority needs to participate in community, state, and national politics. Too often, the loudest voice in the room is an extremist, either on the right or the left. And that's typically what gets captured on the news media, which then everyone else consumes. And it creates this polarizing idea that, wow, like we just cannot agree on anything. On the other side is so dumb, we're so crazy. And that's exhausting for most people to think about. They think about politics with disdain, whereas in some parts of the world, people aren't free to participate. People aren't free to vote, and they would cherish that opportunity to participate and to be able to vote and to participate in their community elections, right? Now, the silent majority, these are American working class people. These are families. These are people getting up early to go to work, that are trying to help their kids with homework in the evening, that are trying to plan a family vacation, that are saving up for, a new car or to buy a house. These are people that are working really hard and keeping their head down and trying to be the best person that they can be and raise the best families that they can raise. There's not a lot of time left over for civic and political participation. That's okay. But what matters is that the loudest voices in the room don't stay the extremists on either side. People need to go and participate. They need to get to know their neighbors. They need to get to know the neighbors that look different than them. They need to go spend time in communities serving and getting to know people who come from a different ethnic or demographic profile. That's the only way that we're going to feel more unified and have a mutual understanding as Americans that, hey, like we're all different and we all have different struggles, but we're all striving to live the American dream. And that we all give each other respect, and that we truly are free and equal and have unalienable rights that the government can't take away from us. Too often, as well, the loudest voices in the rooms are fueled by economic incentives, right? The media is only going to capture what's sensational. They're only going to capture the worst of the worst. They're going to capture that 0.2% of the world that is just falling apart and burning to the ground and broadcast that live stream to everybody because that's what pays, right? Now, I am totally 100% for freedom of speech, and that's marketing, that's public relations, that's how journalists make a living, right? So I'm not about censoring that at all. However, we just have to understand that when we see the news media, we have to understand that that is the worst of the worst, and that the majority of the world is actually beautiful, that people are inherently good, right? We also need to be wary, as the silent majority, who is telling us what to think. Are we letting people tell us what to think, or are we thinking for ourselves? Are we going to different sources on the range of the political spectrum in order to make an objective analysis and a decision on how we think about a topic? Or are we letting one person on one news station tell us what to think and telling us everything that we need to know about the world in order to make our own decisions? If so, we are very much puppets and victims of propaganda. As the silent majority, we have the power to change the chaotic, polarizing nature of politics today. We can have more civil society, more classy political participation, more professional behavior, more friendly and neighborly communication with each other. We can be kinder. We can be more charitable. We can agree to disagree at times. But until the silent majority steps up and participates in politics, it's going to be the extremists on either end of the spectrum that drive the narrative in politics. And so my invitation to you is, if you want Congress to work more for you, start making it work for you. Don't let it work for the extremists. Thanks.